Ever been publicly humiliated by your boyfriend, while everyone laughed? Yeah, me too. Okay, so IDK if this is the right place, but I have to vent because what the actual hell? You ever have a night where you think, am I losing it, or is everyone else just evil? Yeah. That was my Saturday. Me, Haley, 27F. Him, Douglas, 28M, my boyfriendish for almost 2 years. We've been living together for 13 months, not a cute, romantic move-in story. Mostly practical. His lease ended, my apartment was falling apart, and I thought, sure, this could be fun. Spoiler, it wasn't. Fast forward to this weekend, we're invited to a party. Not our friends, mind you, the landlord's daughter, Claire. I've met Claire once in person. She's usually big on text reminders about rent, not small talk. Douglas, of course, thinks it's networking. For what? He's not running for office, bro. We show up. Fancy, like actual glassware fancy. Spotify playlist that doesn't sound like a dying raccoon. Weird vibe immediately. Claire in a velvet top like she's auditioning for Velvet, the musical. Everyone knows each other except us. Douglas? Acting like he's hosting the Tonight Show. Loud, handsy, nudging me like I'm supposed to be part of his comedy bit. I'm just here for the chips. I chat with Claire about how our shower is basically a sad water park and notice Douglas is already on his third drink. Make a joke. He says something about loosening up after a week of my nagging. No smile. I brush it off. He's always snarky, lately it's more venomous. 30 minutes in, I realize I'm basically his unpaid assistant, following him around while he mansplains my chores to strangers. I hear him say, Haley's super helpful. Could not keep my place clean if she wasn't around. And it's not a compliment. The guys laugh awkwardly. I stare. He winks. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Douglas has always been the mean disguised as joking type. Call him out. Lighten up, why so sensitive? His little revenge catalog? Endless. Mine. Non-existent. Fast forward, someone mentions worst chores with partners. Douglas stands, drink in hand, toast mode. Oh, you want to know what it's like living with Haley? She's basically my maid with benefits. Good for scrubbing toilets, paying rent, but way too boring for anything else. The room freezes. I can see Claire's face, did he just? A couple laugh. I want to disappear. He grabs my wrist like a hostage negotiation. Waves my purse around. Look, guys. She doesn't even have the guts to leave. Pathetic, isn't she? Some laugh. Some don't. I yank my wrist away, sit, clutch my purse like a shield. Douglas continues performing, but the energy's dying. I scroll Reddit, pretending to text, replaying every unpaid chore, every bill I covered, every dish I washed. 2 a.m., people leave. I grab my coat. Douglas, arms crossed, blocking the door like a villain in a teen movie. I walk past, muttering under his breath. Couldn't even tell. Probably another joke. Outside, Claire hands me my charger. I nod, escape, 10-minute walk home, brain screaming. Get to the apartment. I go straight to bed. Douglas slams in after me, doesn't speak, just kicks shoes, heads to bathroom. I lie in bed, Reddit open, typing this so I don't forget. This dude, who once brought me coffee in bed, now thinks he's a stand-up comedian at my expense. And yes, I am mad. Shaking mad. Morning comes. Douglas's parents blew up my phone. He's snoring on the couch. Kitchen looks like a sugar tornado hit a frat house. I make coffee. I start a list, every bill I covered, every chore I did, every grocery run he forgot. Petty? Absolutely. But after last night, I'm done being the bigger person. The list is long. I'm talking, scroll for a minute and still not finished, long. Toilet paper, paper towels, Swiffer refills, laundry cards, light bulbs, that stupid scented candle he loves, everything. I even dug up Venmo receipts from last year when his account magically didn't work. Oh, and I covered his internet for 3 months. Never got a dime back. I'll get it next time, he said. Right. The more I went through, the angrier I got. I started taking pictures of literally everything that was mine, the couch, the TV, the plates, the microwave, the sheets, basically all the stuff he'd never notice missing. His ugly lamp from his parents. Fine. The broken kettle he keeps promising to fix. Stay, buddy. I started making mental lists like a heist planner. What can I take without needing a U-Haul? What do I actually care about? What would he even notice is gone? I texted Avery for her car next weekend. She sent a single middle finger emoji. Love her. Douglas shuffled into the kitchen around noon, looking like a human prune. Made a big show of pouring water, rubbing his temples. I scrolled my phone like I was studying the stock market. Eventually he tried small talk. I don't remember much from last night. I said, you said enough. He blinked, confused, then defensive. Come on, everyone jokes like that. I stared. He left. Mom called. She could tell something was up. I said I wasn't feeling well, dodged the, is Douglas coming, question with a laugh. She didn't press. Douglas spent the day glued to TikTok, laughing here and there, then silent. Peeked at his phone, group chat with his friends, Carson and Andrew. They were talking about how awkward last night was. Someone said Claire looked pissed. Douglas, she'll get over it. Yep, that's him. Always the center of the universe, zero empathy. Screenshot for receipts. Not blackmail, just proof the guy knows he's a jackass. By 5 p.m., I started packing my stuff. Just the essentials, chargers, makeup, hoodie, headphones, books, laptop. Stuff he wouldn't even notice missing. Slammed the door when I left. Avery handed me a soda, played some music, and suddenly it felt okay to breathe. Back at the apartment, Douglas was yelling at some kid online for camping in Spawn. I folded my clothes into a laundry bag. He asked what I was doing. Laundry, I said. He shrugged and went back to his game. Dinner came. I made my own. He asked where his was. I said, make your own. He pouted like a toddler. Almost laughed. Walked past him, straight to my room. I texted Claire, checking in. She said she was just embarrassed for everyone, apologized for having to deal with Douglas, and told me if I needed anything with the apartment, she had my back. I asked if her dad would let Douglas stay if I moved out. She said, well, you're not on the lease, are you? Just him. Bingo. I told her I'd leave my keys in the mailbox. Next day, 6 a.m., Douglas hits the gym like clockwork. Avery and I swoop in to grab the last of my stuff. I leave a note on the counter, every cent he owes me for the last year, rent, bills, groceries, cleaning supplies, with a little, your turn to pay. Don't forget the toilets. Keys go in the mailbox. I take one last look at the sad apartment, walk out, no looking back. Douglas? Completely oblivious. Acts normal. Wants to watch something. I say no. He pouts. Kitchen empty. I say, go to the store. He asks, why are you like this? I say, you know what you did. He rolls eyes, walks away. Slam bathroom door. Hide for 20 minutes. Mom calls. I tell her I'm moving out. She doesn't even blink. Do you need help? I say Avery's got it. Want to stay here for a bit? Maybe. She's supportive without drama. Perfect. Now the fun part, Douglas, thinking he's dramatic, starts spamming me. Angry texts. All caps. Saying I set him up, ruined his life, his parents are blowing up. Bro, you literally called me your maid in front of strangers. Calm down. I ignore. Avery tells me to block him. I do. He starts using other numbers. Insta DMs, Facebook messages from 2022. I leave everything unread. Meanwhile, his money problems catch up. Claire texts, do you know when Douglas is paying rent? I send a screenshot of his I'll get it next time texts. Not my circus. She replies with laughing emojis and a yikes. Apparently he thought I'd cover him even from a distance. The group chat blows up. Andrew, Carson, Gabriella, plus a few girlfriends. I drop facts, rent receipts, all the stuff I paid for, screenshots of his maid with benefits joke, texts where he brags about having me trained. Not a war, just the facts. Chaos. Two of his friends tried defending him, he was drunk, didn't mean it. Gabriella, finally, someone left him. About time. Andrew, you're being dramatic. I post a pic of the note I left with the total amount owed. Silence. For an hour. Sweet, glorious silence. And that's where we're at. I'm gone. He's left to figure out life, bills, and toilets. The big man, always right, now has to clean up after himself, literally and figuratively. I'm petty, I'm proud, and I'm loving every second of him stewing. Carson messages me privately, asking if I'm okay, if I need help moving anything else. I say, I'm good, thanks. He texts back, Douglas is having a rough time. I don't reply. Meanwhile, Claire tells me her dad is involved now because Douglas missed rent for the first time ever and apparently tried to blame me. Good luck with that, buddy. My name's not even on the lease. Her dad gives Douglas 1 week to pay or he's out. I can almost picture him trying to talk his way out with fake charm. Spoiler, it doesn't work. I'm chilling at Avery's for a few days, sleeping on her couch, joking about invoicing Douglas for maid services. Mom calls daily, checking in, offering groceries, rides, hugs via lasagna. Meanwhile, Douglas texts Avery, begging her to talk sense into me. She sends a single, don't ever text me again and blocks him. Love her. He tries Carson, who leaves him on read. Andrew leaves a rambling voicemail about everyone makes mistakes. Deleted. Not my problem. Social pressure works. People aren't buying his poor me act. Claire says her dad is ready to show the apartment if Douglas can't pay by Friday. Satisfaction, 100%. For over a year, I handled everything. Now Douglas has to face real consequences. No one wants to lend him money. Even Andrew, his usual hype man, says, I've got bills too. Gabriella texts me, finally see how he treated you. So glad you left. I reply, I'm good now. Douglas's mom tries to guilt me. Please, Haley, help him out just once. I text back, I'm not his maid. Silence. Couple days later, I go back with Claire to grab my last stuff, books, my blender. Douglas tries to argue, you ruined my life. You didn't have to make it public. I say, you did that yourself. He blocks the hallway, so I push past. Door slam. Claire rolls her eyes, not your problem anymore. I leave. Seeing all this unfold, it hits me. His whole attitude. Pure entitlement. Thought I'd always cover for him, clean, pay bills, laugh at his jokes. Realized how much he depended on others until I stopped doing it. Friday, I'm at my new place, a literal shoebox, but mine. Leftover noodles for dinner. Claire texts, thumbs up. Douglas didn't pay. Didn't pack half his stuff. Locks changed. He's out. Made a minor scene, cried a little, slammed the door, walked away. Almost feel bad, nah. He even tried showing up at my new place. Hoodie up, grocery bag in hand. I don't answer. Avery appears from the next building, stares him down until he leaves. I block him again. Next day, a handwritten letter. 3 paragraphs of apologies, excuses, begging, promising to pay me back if I came back. I rip it up. Not even tempted. Douglas is gone. I am free. Claire's family already prepping the apartment for new tenants. His parents? Tried everything, got ignored. Gabriella says he's couch surfing at Andrews, but that probably won't last. Carson. Still neutral. And me? I'm done. No more picking up after a guy who thinks he's the main character. Next time someone calls me boring, I'll just laugh. Better boring and free than trapped cleaning after someone else's mess. So, if you're doing all the work in a relationship while someone treats you like the help, don't wait for an epiphany. Just start packing. You'll be shocked how fast the trash takes itself out. And no, I didn't call his parents back. Not my circus, not my monkeys. Douglas can figure out life, laundry, and paying his own damn rent on his own. I'm out. I'm done.